Thank you. Good morning. It's good to be here again. So LendingClub, from the beginning, since 2007, has always been about market-leading innovation. Specifically for investors, we've provided them with access to a high-performing asset class through a series of key innovations. The first one was, from day one, the ability to look only at borrowers who are the most creditworthy borrowers, the most responsible borrowers. So we've crafted an underwriting engine that only approves about 1 in 10 borrowers who apply for our platform, resulting in a very high-quality loan portfolio. The average FICO score on the LendingClub platform today is 713. Second, also from day one, we've provided investors with the tools to diversify their investment and invest simultaneously in tens or hundreds of loans and minimize exposure to the risk associated with any particular loan. Also, more recently, a few weeks ago, we've offered for the first time the ability to invest in peer-to-peer loan through a self-directed IRA, offering investors an even better return on a tax-deferred basis. So today we're going to showcase 2 of those innovations. The first one is our secondary market, which we released in October 2008, shortly after successfully completing our registration process with the SEC. So the secondary market gives investors the ability to sell their loans at any point in time. And we believe it is a key feature, and it was the #1 request from investors to get liquidity. So there are 2 measures of performance for secondary market. And after 6 months, we're happy to report that the first one is volume. We've seen about $2 million in trading volume over the last 6 months. And the second very important measure is the time to liquidity. And we've seen that on average, the time it took for an investor to sell his notes or portfolio of notes on the secondary market was less than 2 days. Which is about the time it takes to sell shares in a mutual fund. So great measure of liquidity. So Rob is going to show us how the secondary market works and highlight a couple of strategies that we've seen working for our investors.
Thanks, Renaud. So as Renaud said, the secondary market has not only brought liquidity to our investors, but it has also provided new investment opportunities to them. I'm going to show you a couple of strategies that our investors use, our traders use, to find good investment opportunities in the secondary market. One of these strategies is to invest in performing loans, those that, whose borrowers are paying on time. Here's the current inventory on this platform, and so you can see there are close to 1,800 notes available to purchase on the platform right now. I'm looking through the current notes here, and how do you know that a note is interesting to buy? First, there's a piece of information here that is really interesting. It's the credit score change or the credit score trend. LendingClub monitors every single member's FICO score monthly and presents that information to you to make decisions about investing. So scanning through this column right here, you can see that there's one here that has an upward trend. That seems to be an interesting note to look at. Another thing that I can look at this one right now is that it is being sold at a discount of 3%. So it seems like an interesting investment opportunity. Let's click through and see what other kinds of information I should be able to see. It's asking me to log in again. On this page, you're going to see very detailed information about that particular note and how it has performed. One piece of information that's interesting as well on this one is the payment history. You're going to be able to see exactly how the borrower has performed the payments. In this case, this person has paid on time consistently. Good payment history, an upward FICO score, and a discounted price seems to me like it's a very attractive investment opportunity. Another strategy that our traders use is to invest in non-performing loans. And non-performing loans are those whose borrowers are not paying on time. These loans are typically sold at a discount. How do you know that the discount is good enough that it makes it an attractive opportunity to you? Well, one of the things that you should know is that LendingClub has been very successful in bringing late loans to current state. About 75% of our late loans on the platform have been brought to current state. Knowing that piece of information and looking at the late loans here on the platform, you can see that this one also has the credit score, upward credit score trend that we saw on the other loan. In addition to that, selling at a 33% discount. So it seems to be a very good opportunity as well to consider. Those are only two of the strategies that we have observed our traders to utilize to pick good investment opportunities.
Thank you, Rob. Now turning to an upcoming innovation. We recently completed a survey from 1,000 LendingClub investors, and asked them what really mattered to them as the sort of criteria for investing their money with LendingClub. And not surprisingly, the number 2 responses were 1, financial performance, and 2, the ability to effectively track that performance. We're going to show you a preview today of a feature that's going to be released in the next few weeks that gives more transparency to the investors as to how much they're really earning, and that's something that's not obvious in an amortizing loan context. And also give them perspective as to how they're doing compared to the LendingClub community as a whole, and how close they are to the average return on the platform, which historically has been 9.05% after fees and after default, so the net performance.
We're very excited about this feature. Okay. We're very excited about this feature. As you can see, this is an actual customer of ours, and is making, you can see here on the right that this person is making 8.94%. If I were this investor, I would be very happy about that number. But let's see how this person compares against the entire LendingClub investor community. There's a lot of graphics here, very interesting stuff, but let me catch your attention here to the right. In this graphic here, you can see that this person has been placed in the 6 to 9% bucket, which is a very good bucket to be in. But I can also see that 2/3 of the lenders on the platform are doing better than I am. Sure enough, I am the 27% percentile, which means that 73% of the people are doing better than I am. So even though I'm getting 8.94%, I could be doing something to improve on that. Gives you additional information about my particular investment and how I compare against other lenders like me. And I can see that I can be a little bit more diversified and perhaps get closer to those lenders that have invested the same amounts as me.
Thank you very much, Rob. Those are only 2 of the upcoming innovations from LendingClub. You continue to be seeing some innovation in terms of transparency and giving more control to the investors. Thank you very much.